Dude, I'm excited. I've never drifted before. I think I've said this in when I revealed the car video. But I've never drifted before, and like most people that are in cars, I want to drift. I'm gonna say it now before anybody hoses me in the comments. Yes, I have a car that is way overbuilt. It will probably smack a wall because I'm an inexperienced driver with an overbuilt car. The point was, I get very adamant about what I'm doing. I'm very invested in it, and I like doing things right the first time. My theory behind it is, number one, I got a super good deal in the car that saved me a bunch of money in the long run. Granted, there were some headaches that came with that as far as cleaning up mistakes from the last owner, but it was also learning experiences for me within the drift realm of like how to get this car ready for drifting specifically and things along those lines. It's a car that I can make my money back on. If I truly decide like I'm not for it, I'm not really rocking with this as a hobby, then I can always sell the car. I mean, I'll at least at the minimum probably break even on it. It's fine. If anything, I'd rather give it, hook somebody up with a pretty good deal for them to try to get invested into drifting than to try to oversell something that it's a 240 at the end of the day. But that being said, I just want to have fun. I think having a super powerful car is going to open the door for me. It's, I have a fresh start. I don't have bad habits to break. That's where a lot of people kind of mess up, either going into a powerful car or starting. A lot of people will start off with like an old M3 or even like a 350 370Z. Great chassis, great to start with, like sub 200 power. But I think a lot of it's just going to be like mental barriers. It's a lot of mental. I hope it just makes me a super aggressive driver that's just like full send into it. You know what I mean? Got the lows. We're gonna grab the few damn brakes. We're gonna go grab the last little bit of things that we need, and then we're on the road and we're gonna get to wrenching, dude. We got everything that we needed. Now we're just gonna hit the road and probably sit in traffic for a bit. We're about 10 minutes out. Ian is gonna go get lunch without us, so I don't know if he's there. I guess we'll find out. As of now, we don't really have a plan. It's just gonna be coming in and making a list, prioritized list of what needs to get done first, and hopefully get everything done today. If we don't get it done today, then maybe we'll come back tomorrow. But the goal is to get it done today because I don't want to drive out here again. At least not until Monday when we get to it. So, next clip, we're gonna be in the garage. Ian, put your pants on. Whoa! So we are at JP's shop because JP's away and he was nice enough to lend this to us. So huge shout out to Amore Motorsport. His info will be down below if you guys need servicing on anything Subaru related or any other daunting tasks that he might not want to do but will do anyway, and you're located in San Diego, hit him up. I'm sure he can help you out if he's got some time. Ian, this is Ian. He's never been on our channel before. Nice to meet you,
nice
dude.
To meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, dude, stop. Ian is the mad scientist that rips apart the block and replaces the piston rods that you guys fried here at this shop. Or head gaskets. Because you're a Subaru guy, probably.
Yeah, head gaskets.
Yeah.
A bunch of those.
For sure, a bunch of those.
Rod bearings.
Rod bearings. So as I mentioned, we're utilizing JP's shop. Thankfully, he's out of town and we just kind of stole it. So we're going to be buttoning up the S13 today. Trying to get drift ready. That was good, dude. Imagine like in the edit, we're just like, wow! Like a psh effect. That'd be sick.
Like fireworks happening.
Let's kind of run through the short of what we've already done. We knocked out the alignment.
Fucking around with shit.
Fucked around with shit.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
We looked at the seat mounting stuff.
Because I'm short and I couldn't reach the pedals.
Boost control solenoid wired in.
Oil catch can plumb. ECU installed and set up.
Dash installed.
Dash carbon dash.
Yeah, carbon dash as well. Shoot. We got the cam pad. This thing's like modern electronics.
Super set up.
Sort of set up.
Upgraded throttle position sensor we did.
Yeah. Because there was a broken wire in the shitty harness that was left over.
We had a bad ground in the wiring harness that we found, and I
It's just
said it was a
blue.
ground, and Ian's like, nah, there's no way it's a ground, dude.
It's a ground. It was a ground.
It was a ground.
It was a ground.
We have a battery box to install, so
We got
the
a battery
battery's
box
not
to
flopping.
paint and install.
And
That's on
paint.
you. We
Seat
got
harnesses.
seats, harnesses.
Seats and
ready.
harnesses.
Safety brought to you by Sparko.
Sick. We have to figure that out right there.
Yeah.
There's no headlights, Ted.
Or we find a couple of headlights this close to race wars.
Race Wars.
Drift days.
Couple SR20. What do you say? Couple SR20s a little premium at Race Wars. But that's not an SR20.
What is it? What is it? Show them.
The most not.
Bow!
1JZ, no shit.
You have one.
Just one. We couldn't afford the other one, so we only have one JZ.
Yeah.
Just one JZ. 'Cause-
Jay-Z with a Garrett though.
Yeah.
Who's brought by Garrett?
Thanks, Garrett. Garrett single. Yeah. And this. We got this.
Streamer pipe, dude.
Which might limit our boost. We'll see. We don't know
We have
yet.
no clue what springs in there. It could be 5 pounds, could be 15.
Let's hope it's like the beefiest spring ever. And we just cap it out. Maybe not. Game plan is
I'm gonna get prepped for these seats because I think that's the biggest barrier to getting some stuff done. You can work on the dash and I'll work on doing the seats. How's that?
Well, the dashboard just we just have to do the tab.
We got
Oh, we have to.
What did we forget? The whole saw?
Yep. That was a mutual mistake.
Yeah. I'll take credit for that.
Just
for sure.
Because we went through that list like 5 times.
We did. It was late. It was
Midnight.
after work.
Do your lists when you're fresh before you start anything, because then you can just check stuff off.
Yeah.
Which we did.
And now we're here and we're gonna make it work.
So our plan B here is going to be, in theory, to just remove this wheel. And this will hopefully allow us to just maneuver this side. So let's do this.
Sick.
The good thing is this is just a race dash. Bad thing is this is like a $3,000 dash. Lots of wiring.
Yeah.
In theory, what we just did was we had a square, we took the square, we made half of it, rounded off. So to allow the radius of the bar to kind of sit comfortably on its own in that position, that will also allow the dash to kind of mold forward over the rail. And then once we have that at a fixed position that we like, then we can figure out where to place those tabs to weld in, and then we can drill a hole, and then we'll be good. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is just do a fresh, like a clean cut here. Do the same thing on this side, and maybe just come like an inch up across. In a perfect world, that's the goal here. Less is more. I don't want to take a bunch of this carbon off if I don't have to. I'm recessed in. Are you recessed in?
Now the dash fits a lot better.
Now it just goes left to right. That's money.
And like you can see now.
Yep. This is the base plate that we have right now for the battery. The battery itself does not really sit in this nicely. There's already welded tabs in the car for this. We have a new battery box here. This is for a Group 35 style battery, which is what we have. But these holes don't line up, and we don't want to add any additional holes to the floor of the car. So what we're gonna basically do is mock this up. So we have the layout here. We're gonna mock this up relatively center to the old mount. And then we're gonna drill these new holes in. Should hopefully get us somewhat kind of lined up. Ideally,
How's it fit?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we're just taking off the hood pins. We're gonna try to elongate the tab, make the hole lengthwise, so that way we can bend it over, and hopefully that should compensate the angle of the hood and allow us that extra like half of an inch to make it semi-flush to the bumper so we don't look janky. To make this hole a lot longer so that way we can try to scoot this backwards, and then we can bend the tab up to try to compensate what this angle is.
Seat mounts welded in. Woo! Bumper getting zip tied on. Woo!
So what we're aiming for here is this line on both sides to match up, which it does. Because these line up, we can come back and we can situate all the rest, but this is the most prominent piece. Ian welded on new tabs that never existed before for the bumper. We just tacked them. So essentially we can snap a hole there, put rib nuts. We can pop some hardware in, and then that'll hold this, and that's still pretty good.
Yeah. That's so sick.
Make sure she's set. Let's come back and take. That gives you a gist of what we're doing here. So we have 3 of them. That'll keep the line nice and straight, no kinks, and it won't be rattling around.
Hey, none of that.
None of that. So the point of this, the dash is relatively secure now. This will prevent it from having play left to right. The recess that we added into it is to stop it from being able to go up and down. Sorry, we're gonna go ahead and pop in the battery tray, get the battery in here, get this hard mounted. It's just one less thing to knock off the list. Ian is bending metal.
How'd you do that?
I just cut it. I like cut the metal, but not all the way through. And then I like kicked it.
So what just happened was I was tightening the battery grounds, or the positive and the negative to the battery. The wrench made contact to the steel base, and big spark went boom, and my hand went like the dude from the movie Home Alone when he sets the trap and he goes in the house and he just but I'm bald, so I can't do that. We could optionally also weld this piece to that and not worry about this bolt at all.
These were a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I'm just a welding robot, apparently. That's what I'm gonna do the rest of the night. Nothing really too crazy other than melting metal, you know, so it's like, it's super easy. You just pull the trigger and the blue light comes out and then the things are stuck together, hopefully.
Yeah, so we got a lot done, sort of.
For sure we got a lot done.
We did get a lot done.
For sure.
Battery box and battery, ready to go. Clamped the hydro line, good to go.
Dash cut.
Dash is cut and recessed. Ian at some point this evening will weld the tabs. I'll leave the hardware and stuff here so you can.
Seat mount.
Seat mount. That was the seat mount was a big one because I'm 5'7" off record.
He's 6
On
foot.
the record.
He's
6'5".
Yeah,
5.
6 was the camera makes me. Yeah, we got a lot done. We also added tabs for the bumper, so that way we actually have support for the bumper, and it's not just blowing off if somebody hits it or if I hit a wall. Probably will at some point. Ian right now is making and mocking up tabs for the headlights.
Headlight mount.
Headlight mount.
So that we can drive this thing to dyno. Coming up.
We have sick done. Are we telling people it's Darton?
Absolutely, we're going to
D'Artagnan's.
Darton. You know, it's not the sleeves people.
Darn
He doesn't.
Dar did it.
Darn tuning. We're gonna get on the dyno.
Yeah, so after this video, probably the next day or so, we will be at the dyno appointment and we're gonna see how much power this really pushes down. Now, limiting factors to just kind of touch base on now is gonna be the wastegate. We don't know what spring is in there. We don't feel like taking it apart to check, so we'll just see what happens on the dyno. We have 1300cc injectors from ID.
At the house, ready to go in.
They're at the house. Those will go on tomorrow or Monday. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Those will go in. Best case scenario, we have a decent sized spring in there and we can utilize those 1300s and push some power.
And the E85 that this thing's gonna get, make some real power, dude.
Get some flex in there.
Find out what fuel pump it's got in it.
And how are we gonna manage that power with that sweet cam pad?
Can pad, we got selectable boost.
Boost by button. So we have 3 buttons. The first button will run boost only off of the wastegate. The second button will then say, hey, let's use this sweet manual boost controller. Electronic boost controller.
And then we got an up and down.
So we can go up in increments of 2, 3, 4, 5, however we want to do it.
How many pounds we want, baby.
So let's say that, let's say wastegate pressure is 10 psi, and we're like, you know what? I'm gonna smack a wall today, and we're like, boop, now I'm at 12. Oh, boop, boop, now I'm at 14.
16, 18. The world is our oyster. With modern electronics from Haltech.
Do people eat oysters?
Dude, I don't know.
Clams? Is that like a thing that people actually eat?
I know your people fuck up the clam chowder.
What are
right?
my people?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
East of the 5 freeway?
Eyelids also. So we're doing the sleepy eye mod. We've probably said this multiple times in this video. If we did, Martin can maybe cut it down so it's only 1 or 2. Thanks, Martin.
Thanks, Martin.
This is the wrong side, but you'll get the point. This is the other side, but we're tapped in over there, so I don't want to fuck with that side. But basically, he's making tabs that will boop. Light will be here. We'll figure out the side mounts, and this will allow us to have a light and finish the front end. And that will be the front end of the car. Mechanically, as far as we're aware, everything is sound. We don't have any issues.
Drove it around the block.
We drove it around the block.
Now, literally drove it around the block, drove it on the trailer to get here, and we're gonna drive it to that dyno.
Yeah, with tags.
Yes.
Because we follow the law in California.
Don't get wrapped up with no charges, but I don't know about follow the law.
Yeah, what he said. I mean, Ian briefly was able to kind of look at some of the parameters when we were tapped into the ECU. Nothing looks out of the ordinary just on the surface. If something's off, we'll find out Monday on the dyno, but I don't think that's the case, hopefully. Either way, we're probably still going to drive it on this event because that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Unless we think something could blow up, but I don't think we're there.
No, we're going.
Probably do an oil change in the next week or 2 just to have some fresh oily in there. I think that's a good call. And then we'll do a final, probably just check on everything. I mean, we have it on the rack now. We already kind of did a nut and bolt check. But I think everything's good. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. We bled the hydro line. So we have tension. We try and get hardware for that stopper. Other than that, we're pretty much golden.
Yeah.
So,
it's gonna be sick.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
It's gonna make a good amount of power.
Okay, are we doing number guesses now?
Are we?
You guys can also guess in the comments. I'm
Guess
gonna
in
say
the comments.
so. Let's do two. Let's do a 91 guess and an E85 guess. Or can we only do one? No, we can do both. Yeah, we can absolutely do both. 91. I'm gonna guess. Let's say 365. I'm gonna say 365.
All right.
What's your 91 guess?
My 91 guess is gonna be 310.
He's cutting it kind of short. Sick. And then,
E85.
Oh, now we're on the sub-cam, but you didn't see that coming. E85, I'm feeling bold. I said 365 on 91. Let's factor in ethanol can get you upwards of like 100 horsepower gains.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 475.
Hell yeah.
Look at this Turbski.
Look at this turbo, okay? That says Garrett.
Who's Garrett anyway?
That ain't gonna never let you down.
No, it's not. What's your guess?
460, 470.
No, I'm gonna say 475 on E.
I'm gonna one up. You do 490 on E.
490.
Yeah, the phone with Darden right now and make sure that this shit doesn't make more than 310 on 91, so I at least get one of them. Well, it sucks.
Hey dude, just go ahead and limit it. As soon as you
Yeah,
scratch 311,
Rigged.
Yeah.
just dial it back one.
Because
It works like that. It works like that. Just say 310 one time. Sick. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy content like this, please feel free to subscribe. The goal here is to get more consistent with the uploads. We got Martin involved. He's going to help us out on the editing aspect. We're trying to pump out some quality production videos for you. A lot more content coming with the drift car because at some point, this is a goal, and I'm going to say this on video. Within, let's say 6 months of solid driving, I'd like to be on a track and potentially tandeming with Ian.
Bold call, Cotton.
It's a bold call. That's a
But
lot.
I like it.
That's a lot of driving in between, but that's also a lot of let's full send and get past the mental barriers. So
yeah.
I think we can do it. We need your guys' support. It's free to subscribe. You can always change your mind later, so feel free to drop that and leave us feedback. Otherwise, this has been Tyler. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.